In your research about the ketogenic diet, you may have come across the term fat fasting. What exactly does this mean, and should you try it? We'll give you an easy-to-understand guide to the fat fasting technique, including what it is, the scenarios when it should be used, and how to properly utilize this strategy should you decide to try it. First, fat fasting was introduced to the public through Dr. Atkins' New Diet Revolution. It is primarily used by people who are metabolically resistant and have trouble with their keto induction. So when are the right times to go on a fat fast? We believe there are really only two situations when fat fasting should be employed. One is if you're trying to break through a 2-week or longer plateau in your weight loss. The other is to induce yourself into ketosis more quickly and efficiently. This is appropriate if you've just started a keto diet or you had a cheat day and need to get right back on track. Now, if you generally lose weight easily and aren't hitting a plateau, fat fasting is not needed for you. It's a protocol that is very calorie restricted and can even be potentially dangerous if done improperly or done on a consistent basis. The simplest way to define fat fasting is a 2 to 4 day fast where you eat between 1,000 and 1,200 calories with 80 to 90% of your calories coming from fat. Typically, the calories are split into 4 or 5 eating blocks of 200 to 250 calories per meal throughout the day. While some people report being hungry at first, your body will adjust quickly to this new eating regimen, thanks in part to the numerous times you eat throughout each day. Do not try fat fasting for longer than 5 days, as it can push your body into true starvation mode and begin to metabolize your muscle mass, which is definitely not what you want. When done properly, a 3-day fat fast can help you lose between 5 and 8 pounds of body fat and water weight. Once back on your normal keto diet, 2 or 3 of those pounds will likely come back on. The reason fat fasting works so efficiently is that the drastic restriction of carbs and proteins forces the body to undergo lipolysis, a process involved in the breakdown of fats, converting triglycerides into glycerol and free fatty acids. The longer you fast, the more of these free fatty acids will be released, which are then used by the liver to create small amounts of ketone bodies that your body can use as fuel. Now, let's talk about actually eating while fat fasting. While you're used to consuming high levels of fatty foods on a keto diet, this adds another component of having to keep calories relatively low and the fat content very high. Foods that are pretty much pure fat, like avocado, macadamia nuts, cream cheese, and fat bombs, are your go-to foods while fat fasting. Feel free to mix meat in there, but be careful how much meat you actually eat, as most of it will have a good amount of protein you want to be sparing. We like to add small quantities of chicken, tuna, bacon, and prosciutto to dishes for a bit of extra flavor. You have a relatively limited number of options for the 200-calorie all-fat mini meals. But remember, you're only fat fasting for a few days, so it won't be long before you're back to your regular favorites. If you want to try a fat fast, here are some examples of meals you can make. A medium avocado mashed with homemade mayo, 1 serving of spiced bacon deviled eggs, 1 or 2 servings of your favorite fat bomb, 1 serving of cheesy creamed spinach, a cup of keto-proof coffee, an ounce of macadamia nuts, 1 serving of egg salad stuffed avocado, 2 ounces of cooked or tinned mackerel, salmon, or sardines mashed with mayo on lettuce leaves, 4 slices of bacon, 2 ounces sour cream with half a cup of cucumber. There are beverage options too, like 1 cup of keto-proof coffee or regular coffee with a 1/4 cup of heavy cream or half a cup of iced keto green tea. Your meals for one day could look like this: a cup of keto coffee in the morning. This is simply black coffee mixed with some form of water-soluble fat. We generally recommend 1 tablespoon butter, 1 tablespoon MCT oil, and a half a tablespoon heavy cream. At other points throughout the day, try a serving of spiced bacon deviled eggs, which are packed with flavor from bacon fat, cayenne pepper, rosemary, and Dijon mustard. 2 servings of rich, savory pizza fat bombs with all the flavors of pizza, but none of the carbs. We make these decadent bites with cream cheese, pepperoni, black olives, basil, and sun-dried tomato pesto. Before the day is over, you can also enjoy 1 serving of cheesy cream spinach, which takes just 7 minutes to make. Fresh spinach is enriched with butter, cheddar cheese, and heavy cream for a delicious dish. For an example of a 3-day fat fasting meal plan, complete with nutritional breakdowns, see the article on RuledMe titled Using the Fat Fasting Technique. Some people don't mind going without mealtime variety for a few days, and if this sounds like you, you can make fat fasting even more simplified. Just make bigger batches of only a few mini meals and eat between 1,000 and 1,200 calories of them during your fat fast. You can go one step further and snack on a block of cream cheese with keto-proof coffee throughout the day. Please consider and plan out your fat fast carefully, and remember only to use it if you fit one of the 2 criteria we mentioned at the beginning of the video. For all things keto, visit RuledMe and be sure to check out Keto Academy, our 30-day keto meal plan with all the resources, including recipes, you need to begin your keto weight loss journey.